Well, as we listen to some much needed rainfall on the barn here, let me show you something. This gate is special. My father-in-law, my wife's father, was in the ornamental iron and aluminum foundry business. Owned his own foundry at one time, small foundry, but he made a lot of ornamental iron. Well, this, I've told you before, my wife deals in antiques. This came through her shop and she recognized it as being one of his patterns. I think she called it the little oak pattern or the rose, something rose pattern, I don't remember. But that is his pattern. Anyway, she found this and was just excited, brought it home. It's been sitting here for 2 or 3 years and I hadn't done anything with it. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and install it as a gate in our going into our front yard, and as a surprise to her. So anyway, working on it. That's the hinge right there. It goes on this side. That pin right there, that pin goes through it and makes it hinge. I bought some 2x2 by 1/4 inch square tubing, some good thick square tubing, and I am going to be hanging it from that. I'm going to leave it like that. She's big on, as an antiquer, she's big on original condition and not restoring. I'll let her paint it if she wants to, which she probably won't, or restore it or whatever. But there's a gate that she's proud of, and I'm going to do this for her. Follow me through the process. So I drilled 4 holes in the square tubing, put some of these self-tapping metal screws in there. I drilled the hole because that 1/4 inch stuff is pretty tough and I didn't know whether that would drill it and tap it too. So helped it along a little bit, drilled it with a drill a bit, just a little smaller than that. Bolted those in there, and we'll see if we can put this gate on there and start mocking it up. Well, here's the gate in place. This is what I was telling you about the little latch here. It hits here and slides over. The latch is there. If you want to make it a little bit more secure, I think you put a rod down it to where this won't move back and open it. Haven't done that yet. Got these where I bought my metal. I'll epoxy them on there, glue them on there or something. Nice little caps. Dirty right now. I splashed mud and stuff all over it. We've had rains and all that. Anyway, I think it looks real nice. My wife was freaked out. She loved it. So there again, I think her dad, all he made was this ornamental iron and not this cast decorative part, and not all this. But anyway, she's tickled to death. Couldn't believe I did it, even though it's been here for a year or 2. But it works well, and you know, it's a little trouble to get that distance right, because if that distance wasn't right, then this wasn't going to work. Now I could pull it out, you know, but then you'd make this gap right here too far, and I didn't want to do that. You'd make that, you know, a lot wider than it is over here. So the gaps are about the same, excluding this hinge. From edge of gate to the post on both sides are pretty much the same. So I had to get it level this way, level that way. You know, both posts exactly the same, and they are. And then had to, you know, make sure that it wasn't out of square like this. So everything looks good. I'm tickled with it. It was that stuff's heavy. That 2-inch stuff. That's about a 7-foot piece. 2 inch by 1/4 inch. That stuff's pretty heavy. And when you when you put that gate on it, I went ahead and bolted the gate on it while it was in the barn and carried it out here. And not kind of heavy for an old man. Anyway, got the cattle panels up. I'm going to come in here at some point and weld this cattle panel on the back side of it. Weld this cattle panel on the back side of it. Just tack it on each place down there. Take these wires off. Right now I've just got it wired on there. Just keep the dog in, but I will weld that on there. I wasn't going to do it until she figures out if she's going to paint it or whatever, because I want to get that. I want to get it welded before she paints it, but I'd rather she try to decide what she wants to do. I think she's just going to leave this as is. Like I say, she's a big antique freak. She likes stuff with the patina and all that junk. I think she's just going to put a clear coat on that. And but I suggested that we paint the posts something. We got red roof and red barn and red up there, so I suggest we paint it red. Red gate, red fence posts. You think we like red? Anyway, there it is. I'm just tickled with it. New garden gate. A new old garden gate. And we're gone.